Hi guys, it's Katrina from Katrina's Creation. Welcome back if you're a regular watcher of me rambling about nothing, and if you're a new subscriber, hi, welcome. Today is W.I.P Wednesday, so I'm just recording a video today to show you what I've been working on since my last video. I'm actually coming down with the flu, I think. My throat is really sore, I've got a cough, my nose is itching, and I've got a headache. So, yeah, and my son, he was supposed to go to college today. He's not very well at all. He's a lot worse than I am, and he's got asthma, so he's really feeling it at the moment, so he's in bed resting, bless him. So, yeah, while I've been able to work on something, I have been working on something new. I also did finish the baby star cocoon, but I'm going to show that in Friday's video because I don't want to, because this is W.I.P Wednesdays, I want to show you what I'm working on, my works in progress today. So Fridays I'll try and keep them to finished items. So yeah, I will show the baby star cocoon on Friday. Today, well, since, hold on, what day is it? Monday I started working on this. I was scrolling through Facebook as you do, and I see in a group, I'm sure it's a Bella Coco group, a lady had made a blanket. I think it was a baby blanket, but she'd made a blanket anyway. It was the virus shawl, well, not the shawl, but the virus blanket in the square. And you did so many rows of that, and then it went into granny square, like clusters of 3 double crochets around, and then it went back into the virus. It was really beautiful. And I saw that and I thought that is perfect, because I was looking for a baby blanket that I hadn't done before for my son's best friend who's having a baby, and I thought that would be perfect. And it does actually look very pretty, and it is really easy. The only thing I would say about it is now that it's getting bigger, it has taken a long time to do each round. So I'll show you what I've got so far. Let me make sure, where's my hook gone? I've lost my hook again. Right, so just right, here it is. So this is the middle, and then you've got the granny square rows, and then it goes back into the virus. Obviously it is beautiful, but it will need to be blocked because it kind of wrinkles up a bit, so it will need a good blocking when it's done. And I thought these colours went beautifully. I originally was this pink here. This is the Majestic double knit, and these don't have really much detail on what the contents is. I would say they are acrylic, but I'm sure there's something else mixed in with them, and it does actually say that they're mixed fibres. So it doesn't have any colour codes or anything like that. It's literally that with mixed fibres, the washing instructions and its weight, and then that is all the information it has on there. If you watched Karen's video, I think it was last week, she made like a cow, that reversible cow that she made. It was this, I'm sure it was this yarn that she used that I sent her. I was with it going to use, because obviously this is Majestic, so I was going to stick with Majestic and use this grey with it, which is exactly the same colours that Karen used for the cow that she did. But the only thing with this Majestic, this one, it's very, very fine. And I was finding, because I did actually start with the grey, there's another ball over there of it that I started with. I did start with the grey, and I did do all of these rows here. You're supposed to do 6 rows around in the granny stitch clusters, but it was the stitches were coming out quite small compared to the stitches that I had in the pink. So I thought, no, I'm going to have to take it out. And I've literally had 5 rows done of this, and I frogged it all back to this bit, and I picked up a different grey, this one here, which is New Fashion, and did it with the New Fashion, and it feels a lot better now, and the stitches are the same size. So yeah, that was the only thing, that was the only problem that I had, because I did start with the other grey, but because the grey is so fine, when I did pull it back the first time, I thought, well, as it is so fine, if I double strand it, it might be better. So I did actually double strand it. I had 2 balls together and double stranded it and went round, and it was too bulky. So I undid it and found a different grey in my stash, which is this one. I don't know where I've put the ball band to this one. I actually can't find it, so that I could give you the details, but I have got another ball. So when it's finished, I will keep the other ball band and give you all the details for that one. But it is just New Fashion DK 100-gram balls in this grey. So yeah, there was, if anyone see it on the Bella Coco group on Facebook, there was a lady that posted up, oh, that was the wrong side I was showing you. She posted a video, she posted pictures of her blanket that she did. She did one in all grey and she did one in different purples. It's really, really nice. And it's actually, like doing a virus shawl, a lot of you have done them. You know that it's, once you get the repeats down, you don't really have to look at it that much. You can just keep going. And it's the same with the granny stitch bit as well. So I actually really, really like this, and I was thinking not just for a baby blanket, but I've got another idea of something that I could do with this. So that will be in the future, that I can show you what I'm going to do, but I'll see if it works out first. But this is basically what I've been doing since Monday. I finished the cocoon. What day did I finish the cocoon? I think I finished that Sunday night. Got all the buttons sewed on. Yeah, Sunday night I got all the buttons on it. Oh, my throat's so sorry. Got all the buttons onto it. It's washed and it's sitting on a blocking board as we speak. So yeah, I've got to go round and to the person who ordered it, because she doesn't live far from me, and see if it fits baby, because obviously I did ask her to measure baby, but she didn't get back to me. So, but I've showed her that I finished it and she liked the picture and everything, so she can't wait to have it. So I'm going to go around there and make sure it fits baby. If it fits baby, she can keep it. If not, then I'm going to have to make one that's slightly bigger. So that is what I'm doing next. So yes, the video for that will be on Friday, because after that I'm going to have to go round and make sure that it all fits and everything and everyone's happy. I have had been asked by one of my regular customers to make a is it Doctor Who? Is it a Dalek from Doctor Who? She's asked me to make one of those, and she even found a pattern, a free pattern, and she sent it to me. The thing itself, the Dalek itself, it's got quite a lot of detail in it. So I haven't been through the pattern completely yet, but I'm thinking it's going to be one of those patterns that will probably drive me crazy, because it is small and there is a lot of detail in that. So that's something that I've got to get done. She said that that's a Christmas present for someone, so that she's not in a rush for it right now. So yeah, that's going to be something that will be coming up soon. The Bob Marley Grafgan, I've kind of parked it. I need to unpark it and get some work done on it, but I keep looking at it and thinking, oh, I don't know if I can be bothered to do that today. But I have to get it done. I do have to get it done. But it's just one of those things, you know, when you put it down and then you're just like, there's so many other things that you could be doing. Yeah, that's what it's like for me at the moment. So, I'm not feeling great today at all. And I don't know if it's me. It's quite cloudy outside, but then it is coming up to 4:30 today. I don't even know what the date is. Hold on. I think it's the 4th. It is, yes, it's the 4th of October today. So yeah, Wednesday the 4th of October, and it looks miserable outside. And I just feel cold. just been on the sofa with me blankets. That's what I've been doing. Well, the dogs have taken over now. The dogs are laying on them. Welcome to my world. So, yes, what is everyone else working on at the moment? I've been watching my normal videos this week. It's been a bit quiet on the video side since October started, because Kim's September? That's finished now, so she hasn't got a video up every day. So there's like, once I've caught up with all the videos, there's nothing else to watch. So yeah, it's been a bit quiet, but I'm sure there'll be some coming up soon. Hopefully there'll be some up today or tomorrow, but mine will be up today anyway. Oh, throat is so sore. So how is everyone? What are people working on? What have you been up to over the weekend? Like I was saying, yeah, I've been watching the videos up so far. Kim has been doing loads of little baubles, and some of them are really nice. I don't know how she's got the patience for that though, because there's just so many of them. She's done so many in so many different colours. Yeah, but I've got to get on with that. I really do like this though. I don't know the girl's name. Actually, while I've got the tablet, let me tell you. Come on. Right. We'll see if I can find the name of the group once the tablet actually goes into Facebook. Come on. Oh, right. The group is called Bella Coco, the Crochet Club. You have to ask to join. You can't just join. It's not one of those. You have to, there's someone, that admin, that will let you know whether or not you're in or not. I don't know how far down it would be on here, because it was the other day. I'm sure the girl's surname was Carmichael, but I can't remember her first name. But if she made that up, like she did it herself, that is quite good, because she would have had to have sat down and counted, and she's written a detailed, with pictures on the group, where each stitch goes, how many chains, like when you're working from the virus into the granny, like how many gaps you need to work in, and then from the granny back to the virus, how many chains. And she has really detailed it out quite a bit. So if you're in that group and you've seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, and you're in the group, try and have a look. It is the way that she's made it look. It looks really nice. Obviously, even if I did find it, I can't show you, because last time I tried to show the tablet, it just looks like a blurry white screen. But I don't know where it is now. But it was very nice. I fell in love with it instantly, and I was like, I've got to make that. I have got to make it. So I did. I started making it, and I have frogged it a few times when it wasn't looking. Oh, it's gone. It wasn't looking how I thought it would look. So, and that was just down to the yarn choice that I had, because this yarn was way too thin. So I think that's quite thin for a double knit, compared to, if I compare it, I have to hold these up. So if you compare it, can you see the difference? There is, all fingers and thumbs today. So yeah, there is a difference. Might only be slight, but there is a difference there. So these are both Majestics, both double knit, but they're completely different. One's really fine, and the other one's a bit thicker. This is more of a true double knit than this one. This one's really fine. So it's one of those fine double knits. So I've got like, I think I've got a pack of 10 of these still, and I don't know what I'm going to use them for with them being so fine. And this one is definitely mixed fibres. If you can see, it looks woolly. It's got like little bits coming off it. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to use all those greys for. But I'm sure I'll find something. Oh, what else did I want to talk about today? I'm not sure. Oh, my socks. I haven't actually made any more progress on those, actually. I think... Oh, I just want to put my tea back down without shaking the camera. I think it's the same as what it was when I last did her, because I haven't actually worked on that anymore. And my mum was round earlier and she was like, oh, that's nice. Who's that for? And I was like, Mum, do you even know what it is? She went, no, what is it? So there's a sock. Oh, so who's it for? That's all I get. People see me making things. Oh, who's that for? So I haven't made any more progress on that, but I do want to get that one done. I was up crocheting a lot last night, so I think maybe I might spend tonight doing that one. I don't know, but I am actually in love with doing this, so I don't know whether I'll do some more on this or whether I'll do some on that. But right now, I'm talking to you guys. I've just done it. That's what I was trying not to do. I was trying not to pull out the stitch, and I pulled out the stitch. Right. So, yeah, I'm going to have this cup of tea in my Winnie the Pooh mug and Piglet. Like a bit of Winnie. Yeah, have this tea, take some tablets, have a shower, get in my PJs as my head is pounding. And you know when you get one of them headaches and it's right in the side of your head, right there. It's one of those ones, and certain times when you move your head in a certain way, it feels worse. I'm just like, oh, go away. I hate having headaches, I really do, but I suffer with them so bad. So, yeah, tea, tablets, shower, chill with my crochet, and go and find something to watch. This week I've been watching Call the Midwife. I do like Call the Midwife. I was watching it on Netflix, but on Netflix they've only got the first 4 series, and I found a way of watching it on the internet where I can get the rest. So I literally watched the whole of series 5 yesterday. I was so sad. I had tears in my eyes. I was crying. Sad. So I think it's got up to season 7. So I don't know whether I'm going to watch any more of that tonight. Maybe that's why I've got a headache, because I was crying. I don't know. I might go into watching American Horror Story. I did try to watch it once, but I couldn't get into it. But that was the same with when I was watching Stranger Things. I watched the first episode of Stranger Things and I couldn't get into it. And then my son got into it and then kept watching it and I got into it. So it's a thing where I'm going to give it another try and see if I can get into it. But everyone keeps telling me how American Horror Story is really good. I should watch it. So I might start that today if my head permits, because if my head doesn't ease up after I've taken tablets, I will just go to sleep, because that's the only way that you can't feel no pain when you sleep. But it depends how bad it gets. If it gets that bad, I won't be able to sleep. But yeah, so American Horror Story, I get bored very easy. I was watching Once Upon a Time and I was in the 2nd season of that and I started to get bored of it. So I've kind of put that to the back burner for the minute. What else have I been watching? Oh, what was it that I watched? I watched The Iron Fist. That's like a Marvel thing. I watched that. The Mist, I've watched that. I like sci-fi kind of things as well. I have to be in the mood to watch, like Call the Midwife. I have to be in the mood to watch that. I have to be in one of those emotional moods because it's very sad, those programmes. Yeah, so my preferred thing is sci-fi, kind of horrors, as long as it's not gory. Don't like gory horrors. So I can sit and watch things like, not that I'd class it as a horror, but Paranormal Activity. I thought that was funny. I did think that was funny, and it's so rubbish. But that's the sort of paranormal sort of stuff is the stuff that you'll catch me watching. But the gory sort of stuff like Saw, no, I can't deal with those sort of things there. I'm trying to think what else. The Poltergeist films, I like those. Vampires as well. Twilight, Underworld. Not that they're really horrors, but sometimes they do come under the horror category. But yeah, those are the sort of things I watch. Oh, that was what I was watching. The Exorcist. I did not know that there was a series based on the original Exorcist film. That's what I was watching. I've watched the whole of the first season, I think, in a day. Yeah, I think in the whole of the first season in one day. And at first I just thought it was just another story about like taking it from The Exorcist, but I didn't realise that the characters that was going to be in the series are some of the characters that were in the original first film. So that had a few twists and turns in it. That was quite good. And the second season has just started showing. Is it on Sci-Fi or Fox? I think it's on Fox. I think the second season has just come out and it's just started showing. So if that's something that you like watching, check that out. That is good, The Exorcist. Yeah, so I haven't really been watching anything else, but I think today, yeah, it might be American Horror Story. The only thing with that is when you're watching something new and you're crocheting, sometimes you get distracted and you're like, oh, what's going on? And you stop crocheting for a minute and you're watching it, and before you know it, that minute's turned into half an hour and you ain't even done anything. So, yeah. And my TV is playing up as well. My TV in my living room is on a lot, for the reason being, when I go to bed, I put the dogs, well, the puppy sleeps down here anyway. The two older dogs normally flitter between the bedrooms. So if my bedroom door's open, they'd be in my room. If not, they'd be in one of the boys' rooms or whatever. They don't really sleep down here. But when I go, I'm funny. I don't know if I'm the only one that does this. Jan, if you're watching, you'll have to let me know if you do this. When I go out and the dogs are down, because they're downstairs when I go out, all the bedroom doors will be shut upstairs. So when I go out and there's no one in the house and it's the dogs just here, I leave the TV on for them. I heard something years ago that said that when you've got dogs, if you leave the TV or the radio on when you're out, it makes them feel a little bit more comfortable that they're not on their own. So whenever I go out, I leave the TV on for the dogs. And at night time when I go to bed, I leave the TV on for the puppy so that there's background noise for him so that he doesn't start whinging and whining on his own in the dark downstairs. I don't know whether it's just me and whether I'm crazy, because obviously they're not watching the TV, but it is just the background noise for them. So my living room TV is basically on constantly. So I think it's had enough. So it's like sometimes when the TV's on, you'll be watching it and all of a sudden the screen goes really dull, like the colours go in, and then it comes back up bright again. So I think I will be needing to get a new TV. So yes, Father Christmas, that's what I need, a new TV, I think. Just have to wait and see what happens. But knowing my luck, it will go. I won't get a new TV just to get Christmas out the way, and something like Christmas Eve or something like that, the TV will stop working. Guarantee it. Watch this space. It's always the way. Ah, tea. I am actually a teaaholic. I drink probably, trying to think how many cups of tea have I had. I went to sleep this morning. I stayed up all night last night. I woke my son up at 6:30 to go to school. He got himself sorted out and got himself dressed, ready for school. I think I laid down and went to sleep just before 8 o'clock. I woke up at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and since 2 o'clock this afternoon, I think I've had at least 5 cups of tea. 4. And the only reason I've only had 5 is because I got a headache. If I didn't have a headache, I probably would have had at least 10 by now. I do drink a hell of a lot of tea. I do love my tea. I don't like coffee, but I like tea. So anyway, I started this video because this is W.I.P Wednesdays to show you what I've been working on. And I've literally sat here and talked about everything else. But really and truly, everything kind of intertwines with each other, because without my tea and without my series that I watch on the internet and whatever, there would be no work. I need the tea and the background noise to keep me going. So yeah, like I said, what is everyone working on? Everyone's really quiet at the moment. I don't know what's going on. So what are you working on? How is everyone getting on with your Christmas bits? I know a lot of people this month are doing Halloween stuff. I'm not really a Halloweeny person. I think it's just in England. I think if I was born and raised in America, I'd probably love Halloween. But over here, it's not celebrated as much. Well, it never used to be. It was just for the kids. People starting to celebrate it a bit more. But it's not celebrated as much. So I'm not really into Halloween. And this year, my son said he's not doing trick-or-treating, even though he's way too old to be doing trick-or-treating. He's waiting in and he's watching Stranger Things. That's what he's waiting for. He can't wait. He's counting down the days for the new season. So, funny enough, I've said to him already, he shouldn't be that excited, because I guarantee when it goes up, they'll probably put on 1 episode a week, so you'll still have to wait weeks to find out what's going on. We'll just have to see about that as well. So yeah, I've been going on about absolutely nothing for the last 26 minutes, so I am going to leave it there. I will be doing a video Friday, but I know I do say that every week. Hopefully, if I'm still alive and the cold hasn't completely knocked me out, because it's coming, I can feel it. Doesn't matter how much I try and fight it, it's coming. And I've done well because I've not been sick at all once this year. Migraines don't count. I haven't been sick this year. No, I haven't. So I've done well this year. And I was just saying to my son the other day, you need to go to doctors to get your flu jab done. And within 2 days of me saying that, he's got flu. I shouldn't have said nothing. But he's got asthma. So I was saying to him, you need to go get your flu jab because of your asthma. And, you know, kids are like, yeah, whatever, mum. Stop moaning at me. Stop going on. That's all I hear. I go on, apparently. About his room, yeah. He's clean at the moment. So, anyway, I want to say hello to all my new lovely subscribers. Thank you for joining. And hey to all my regular people that come and watch. So if you are a subscriber and you do watch me, if you haven't got me on Facebook, come and find me, come and add me. I will accept you. As long as I know that it's crafty related, I will accept, because some people do try and add me and I'm like, this isn't craft related. You get some weirdos sometimes, but none of you lot are weirdos. But some people do, and you're just like, who are you? Got no mutual friends. You live the other side of the world. Like, what is going on? But yeah, if I know it's craft related, I will accept you. I love all my crafty people, because at the moment, going through my Facebook profile, everything is crochet. I love it. I love it. So it just gives you ideas of things to do, and it's to me, when I'm looking, I'm just like, there's so many talented crafters out there. There's the majority of us can knit and can crochet, and it is amazing what we can do with either 1 stick or 2 sticks and some yarn. It is absolutely amazing the things that we can make. And if you're someone that can't do either, or you want to learn to do one, I would tell you to persevere with it and carry on if that's something you're doing. Because even though when you first start, that I think the hardest bit about when you're first learning to knit or to crochet is holding your needles or your hook. Once you've got that in position and you know how you want to hold it and you're comfortable with how you want to hold it, and then you learn how to hold your yarn and working with both hands together. Once you've got that, everything else will fall into place. But for some people, they're all fingers and thumbs when they first start, and they can't hold their hook in the right way, or their needles, or they drop stitches. It does take time. It's not one of those things where you can, well, some people probably could just pick up needles and a crochet hook and just go and be fine. Other people can't. And it is one of those things that takes time. I'm kind of lucky that I grew up with my mum and my nan both being knitters and being an only child. Because even though my mum's got 5 kids, I'm the oldest, but I was on my own for nearly 10 years. So when I was on my own all of those years ago, if I used to say to my mum, "Mum, I'm hungry," she'd be like, "No, you're not hungry, you're bored." And she'd give me a ball of warm needles, go and do some knitting. That was my mum's answer to everything. And I am so grateful that she did that, because from a young age I could read knitting patterns, and being able to knit and read knitting patterns as I got older, when I got into crocheting, it wasn't as hard for me as what it would be for someone else that's just come from not knowing anything about any sort of yarn or needles or anything like that. It was a lot easier for me to pick it up. But when I first started crocheting, my mum showed me how to do a chain, a treble, and I think it was a slip stitch. And these are in UK terms, and a double crochet. In US terms, it would be chain, slip stitch, single crochet, double crochet. That's what my mum taught me, but she didn't know the names. She didn't know the names of them. She learnt, I don't know how she learnt how to do a granny square that started off into a circle and then went into a square. So it was like was it the last row or the last 2 rows made it into a square. And that's all she knew how to do, how to crochet. And she made, I think it was like a king size bedspread for her bed out of peach and cream squares. And it took her ages to do it, but she did it. And that was the first thing she taught me how to crochet. And I didn't know the name of the stitches. If it hadn't, obviously I knew how to do it, but I only knew how to do that one square. If you was to ask me to do that square now, I wouldn't be able to do it because I can't remember. I haven't done that square for years. But yeah, that's all I knew. And it was YouTube, because of, obviously, when I had my children, my mum taught me how to do that granny square when I was pregnant with my first son. I was 18. That was nearly 17 years ago now. And then with my second son, I made another granny square blanket for him. So I knew how to do the granny square, but I didn't know anything about the stitches. And it's only as they got a bit older and we had YouTube that I found videos on crochet, and I built myself up from there. And my mum looks at me now and she's like, "It's funny how I taught you how to do something and you know so much more than me now. I still don't even know the stitches." So yeah, my mum's knitting at the moment. She's knitting a poncho for my niece, one of my nieces. But yeah, she's more of a knitter. My mum's one of those knitters that can sit there. She have her knitting needles here, and she's not looking at what she's doing. She's just knitting away, and she knits fast, and she's watching the TV. She doesn't look down at her needles at all. She's just looking straight ahead at the TV, just knitting away, and her hands are just going. And I'm just like, "Mum, how'd you do it?" I actually watch her. I'm like, "Mum, how'd you do it?" Because I can knit, but I can't knit fast. I can crochet fast, but I can't knit fast. But yeah, so I would say if you're new to this craft and it's something you want to do and you're having problems with it, persevere. Do persevere, because once you get the hang of it, I think it's a life skill. And if we was to have, if the end of the world was to happen, all of us crafters would be fine. We could make ourselves clothes. Everyone else that looks at us and, "Oh, you lot sit down knitting and crocheting your old grannies," they're going to have to come to us for clothes. Then who will be old grannies sitting down knitting and crocheting? They're going to love us then. Yeah, so they don't think about that, do they? I know if the world ended, I've got a stash there that would last me a good while. I could make clothes. I'm fine. Got a sewing machine and fabric too, so I'm all good. So yeah, that is it for now. So I am going to go this time because I've been talking even more about I don't know what. So yeah, until Friday, make sure that you carry on crafting. If you're new, make sure you persevere. And also, take care, everyone. And I will see everybody on Friday. So that is a bye from me, and I will see you all soon. Bye.